I have personal connection to the subject at hand.
Sculptor Sean MacManus carves fine art out of pieces of slate. The North House Folk School explores the art of craft.
Because craft, to me, is certainly about creating beautiful and inspiring, but it's also about creating utility.
Poetry films continue with helpful developments by poet Barton Sutter and Lakefront Films, and a live performance by the White Iron Band. These artists and more on this edition of The Playlist.
Funding for The Playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
How's everybody doing out there tonight? We're the White Iron Band. Happy to be here. Finger, got money in the bank. Drive you all your shows in a big black limousine. Back in '98, you belong some Marais in Maine. Swore that you big country to the core. Oh, what have you done, you nice Bill? Hit me. Well, I heard them say your name last Sunday afternoon. Driving down the highway. Country radio said that ain't the same band that I used to know. Country just ain't country anymore. Oh, what have you done in Nashville? Well, could have been the wall, open up the door. Could have been the wall I've been waiting for. Could have put your foot down. Could have stood so tall, could have done so many things, did nothing at all.
Surely you've seen those sweet switcheroos. And couples who've made it. And couples who've made it to late middle age. Papa sits down, sit down. Papa sits down with a doll in his lap. Imagine, just imagine, to take imaginary tea with the little neighbor girls. Grandma goes right on out, and buys herself a chainsaw.
Well, we are here at the North House Folk School with the director, Greg White. Thank you for having us on campus.
Great to have you here.
Well, it's a curious thing, but I want to find out what North House, where you're going, what's your mission?
You know, North House started in 1997 and created by a group of community volunteers. And, you know, the vision was really simple: enrich lives, build community through the teaching of traditional Northern craft. And, you know, the idea was to grab onto life. It's a rich thing. We ought to be learning all the way through that journey, and we ought to be sharing that joyous task of learning and discovering the North and working with our hands with other people, because the more we come to understand and connect with people, of course, the world gets to be a richer and more positive place.
Give me a sense of the kinds of classes, and how do you decide which classes are taught here?
The world of craft is, you know, is multi-dimensional. We're not a school that focuses, let's say, on wooden boat building or on blacksmithing. We actually have 19 different teaching themes, and ranging from fiber arts to timber framing, boat building to foods. And the world of craft is a wonderful, rich place with so many talented people. And of course, we haven't all met each other yet, but places like North House are about meeting each other. What's wonderful about North House, I mean, you'd think after 17 years, well, we've done it all, we've met them all. Whew. As far as I can tell, there's more blue sky ahead of us than there is behind. The possibilities of the mission, the people we have to meet, the course we have to teach are just so inspiring.
Here's the challenge. What was the last class you got to take?
Well, rather than talking about the most recent class I've taken, some of the most memorable classes I've taken in recent years, one is ukulele building, which I did with Dave Seaton. Dave took us on this journey that was about discovering, well, how do acoustic instruments work? So that was one, and I'm still working on learning to play that ukulele. Two is restoring a wood canvas canoe. We have my wife and I have a Saliga, built by Joe Saliga of Ely, Minnesota, you know, who is kind of part of my soul, a guy who's part of my soul, that we're restoring and hope to have ready to go to the Quetico this summer with our 8-year-old daughter, Olia.
It doesn't sound like you have a lot of downtime to get that done. Just saying. So how do you make the distinction between arts and crafts? Because I see fiber arts as a piece of what you're doing. I see drawing, I see printmaking, and yet there's wood timber frame building. You know, how do you see the distinction, or don't you?
Wow. Well, North House, anytime we're looking at coursework that we're developing, we're always kind of trying to think about the fit here. Because craft, to me, is certainly about creating beautiful and inspiring, but it's also about creating utility. Why did you care about how to make a bowl that was going to be durable and yet beautiful? Well, it was about creating something that would be on your farmstead for generations to come, that would nourish and feed your family. So utility is a big part of what craft is in our mind. North House includes some of both, because we're about connecting the past and the present and looking to the future through the lens of craft. You know, whether it's through a geology workshop or through a photography workshop that explores the life of birds, you know, or whether it's a wildflower hike. We need to find times to stop and understand that landscape here too.
So when you look for the future, Where do you see North House going in 10 years, in 15 years?
Well, so much, I think, of what North House is and will be is already here. You know, a passion for igniting curiosity in people's lives. And the commitment to craft, the idea that there's puzzle pieces of human history that are there that we can't lose. And North House needs to be part of bringing that forward into today's world. What's going to evolve is North House growing in terms of really becoming a year-round school. This is already happening. Most of our coursework in the past, in the earliest days, was of course summer-based for some strange reason. The summer in the north. And yet, last year, we actually welcomed more students in February to coursework than we did in August. Who would have thought? And what a joyous thing for a young, nonprofit, educational, focused folk school to realize. So I think what you'll see is us offering more classes, growing more and more extended experiences for students, and broadening the array of offerings that we have to offer the world.
Well, again, thank you for having us and letting us come to campus.
Well, it's always a treat to see you guys, and come back again soon.
We will. I'll be taking the class.
And here we're just separating the background from the foreground. My name is Sean MacManus. I'm a stone carver, sculptor at the moment, and I live in Duluth. 2 years ago I was introduced to the slate as a carving medium. I have personal connection to the subject at hand. Spent my honeymoon in Grand Marais, and on the day after our wedding, I remember standing right here in this bay, and a very beautiful, special place. Sometimes I'll go with currants. Other times, simple designs. I'm wanting to accentuate the natural elements and less of what man's done. It's very much in the moment. Some carvings have more design in them than others. It's a matter of techniques with the chisels. Some you can see the same chisel throughout. Others, a different chisel was used through the whole thing. This has been bugging me all morning long. This is Isle Royale. Just starting to get into the carving the rivers out, finishing up detailing on these small islands and coastlines here, carving up the scratches. Migueloid Island, there's a ranger station on that. It just doesn't let you stop. Some people don't like the sound of nails on chalkboards, and it does get to you after a while, so. This is a great learning curve. You know, not everything works all the time, but if you can learn from what doesn't work and not repeat that, then it's not in vain. I do have a favorite part of it, and it's hard to say which part it is, but I know when it happens because the top of my head starts tingling, and things just start moving really smooth. And you just try to hold that focus, whatever it is you're doing, and that's happening, and that's my favorite part. That's why I do this. I don't have any kids. These are my children, so I see each one of them for the individual that they are.
We love to have a good time, especially on the Iron Range.
I'm a troubled man. I'm in some troubled time. Do I stand in my life flow to take some time to heal? I ask myself the question, it's running around my mind. I'm a troubled man, my friend, and I'm in some troubled time. Well, I'm stuck on my phone, and I hitch myself a ride. Take me down to Whiskey Town, got to find my pride. We could talk for hours or two, said he knew how I felt. And we came to Whiskey Town, all my cards were dealt. I'm going down to Whiskey Town, buy myself a drink. Let me take you down to Whiskey Town, always time to think. Days pass, I'm still sitting at the bar. Sitting on my stool, playing my guitar. I had to learn the hard way, another lesson learned in life. I'd have never told you, baby, but your love cuts like a knife. I'm going down to Whiskey Town, buy myself a drink. Let me take you down Whiskey Town, always time to think. Well, I said I'm going down to Whiskey Town, buy myself a drink. Let me tell you, down to Whiskey Town, there's always time to think.
My name's Matt Pudas with the White Iron Band. Play guitar, sing, a little bit of harmonica. I write all the music for the White Iron Band. And then I work it with the guys and we kind of, tweak it from there. I usually kind of think of a, way I want to say something and then say it and go from there.
How's those dirty clothes and never lost no beer? Late nights, jungle fast, just ain't kill me here. Living like outlaws, looking like traitors, ain't no fair, never gonna kill the mash. How's those dirty clothes, it's the best
The sound of White Iron Band. I always like to be kind of a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. Isn't that a song? I'm just kidding. And a little bit bluesy. And I just like keeping it gritty and aggressive. I like being especially our live show. I like being a high energy, kind of in your face kind of music. You know, on our albums we slow it down a little bit, but when you see us live, which you will tonight, we like to go after it. You know, I like to get people dancing and people having fun.
If you wanna put a smile on your face, might as well sing along. When we get cute, little gets full of hands, ain't no time.
You know, people dancing, that's just fun. When you're playing and you get people up and moving and feeling the energy that you're giving off on stage, that's all anybody can really ask for.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and by viewers like you.